Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today with the Copilot webinar. Today's subject is the persona-based use cases, specifically for the IT personnel or IT department. Today, our trainer is going to be Mr. Ayman Al Khalifa. He will be going through the agenda with us. He will be helping us today, and hopefully you enjoy it, and it will be fun and informative session. Mr. Ayman, thank you so much. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Iman. Hello, everyone. I hope you can see my screen. Allow me a second. This team's background gets disappearing every time. So how are you all doing? I hope you're ready and excited for this webinar. And let me begin with asking you a question. Have you tried Microsoft Copilot? Any of the Microsoft 365 Copilot? Are you there? Can you hear us? This is a pulse check. The online one. All right, Khadija. Let's hear from everyone else. Just allow me a second. I'm having a technical hiccup. Launching up my gadgets. Just allow me a second. We will begin shortly. This should buy everyone else who wants to join a couple of minutes. So please let us know from which are you all from IT or and what you do in IT? Are you from a technical role or a managerial role? Just to know how to drive the content of the session. Any input from your side would be really valuable to tailor the content of the session. Developer, all right, Khadija. Khadija, you should have tried Microsoft GitHub Copilot. I don't know, have you tried that or did you play with it? And you know what? Lucky us, GitHub Copilot, which used to be where you needed to subscribe back in the days, but now it's free for everyone. Of course, limited quota, yeah, but you can try it. And I tried it, and it's really time savior. System analyst, all right. This is Khalid Saddah. That name, you know, Saddah. I think I think you might be my homie. All right, so this is Khadija, yeah? Yeah. So مكنة after all. طلعت يا صداح. All right. So this is the GitHub Copilot. I'm going to share with you the link, Khadija. Yeah, try it out. If you're using Copilot Studio, or sorry, Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code, you can sign in to your GitHub account and then activate Copilot from there. Yeah. All right, all right. So that was a quick thing for everyone. All right, let's carry on. So, well, on this deck, what we will do on this webinar, we will walk you through the IT persona. We will start with a couple of things to try first before diving into the persona of IT. And then I will share with you this actual presentation, yeah, because there are a lot of scenarios in there, a lot of details for you to try. So if you want ready prompts, if you want a roadmap, if you want just a reference, then this deck will be very useful, yeah. So those who did not try Microsoft 365 Copilot, because we have a lot of flavors of Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot can do a lot. These are 10 things to try first. Yeah. Before you go into HR persona or what process I can use Copilot in operation and all that, you need to begin with these. So you need to try recapping emails. Not only recapping emails, Copilot can actually help before the meeting. Yeah. I mean, recapping meeting. Before the meeting, Copilot can help you um, generate the agenda, yeah, align the agenda, research the people that you're meeting with, yeah, get some backgrounds, and that's what I do before I go meet with clients and customers and so on. I research everything about them. So when I go, I know their hobbies, I know their interests, yeah. I know their academic qualification, what courses did they take, and so on. Especially during this project we're doing nowadays, which is the Copilot adoption program. So when you go meet with an executive, well, you need to speak the same language. You need to know what is his or her department's pain point. So the whole research I do it through Copilot. So Copilot helped me prep my examples, my scenarios. I relate everything, and then during the meeting, if it's an online meeting, Copilot will capture all the transcription and the meeting content and so on, which will help in achieving this, recapping a meeting, getting action items, yeah, taking notes and so on. So this is one thing to try. Another thing to try is to summarize emails. Please let me know if there is one of these things you haven't seen before. Yeah. Um, type the number on the chat and I will show you a demo immediately. What I'm doing, I'm trying to not to repeat things that you already know. So if you haven't seen Copilot recapping a meeting, just type 1 on the chat window and I will perform a live demo immediately. Yeah. Let me get the chat window right here. So I'll keep an eye. All right. So moving on, summarization of email threads, pretty easy. That's what generative AI does anyway. So you can quickly search for information, not only summarizing data. Yeah, and then Like any other Gen AI tools, you can easily draft emails and personalize this email that you drafted. You can write an email with a certain tone and then ask Copilot to change the tone, make it more professional, make it more maybe friendly. Yeah, and that would be time savior as well. Besides summarization of document, you see, all generative AI tools, Copilot is no exception. They're very good in drafting, analyzing, summarizing as well. Yeah. And basically, you need to try all of these across the applications. You need to try summarizing a document in Excel. You will get different results because the summary in Excel is going to be graphs, it's going to be pivot tables, and so on. You need to try summarizing a document in Word. You need to try summarizing a PowerPoint. Well, when you summarize a PowerPoint, you get a different result. It could be instead of 20 slides, Copilot gets you 5 slides and then says, oh, these are the 5 key slides on this presentation, and that would be the summary. So you have to try these things. And for the new arrivals of the email, of the meeting, of the webinar, we're talking about 10 things to try first before you go into a process-based scenarios of Copilot. And we were talking about summarizing a document. Another thing is to brainstorm with Copilot, yeah? So you got a Copilot and you go like, okay, tell me more about this project. Tell me more about this person. What did this person say about this product? What this person say about this topic, okay? Which was mentioned in a meeting maybe, or an email, or a conversation in chats and Teams. You see, Copilot has access to all of your Microsoft 365 tenants. That means emails, chats, conversations, tasks in Planner, yeah, documents in OneDrive, documents in SharePoint. So it can easily help you fetch information. What we're trying to do through those webinars is not only a technical shift or a technical change. We're trying to deliver to you the necessity of doing a behavioral change, if you like, yeah, because we want to move and shift from the ways that we used to do things into the new ways of doing things. And that's using AI, us and AI working together in achieving what we want. And that AI could be as simple as Copilot or as advanced as an AI agent. All right. Moving on, number 6, brainstorm. Let's say you're in a marketing department. You're planning for this internal newsletter, yeah, and you want to get some, let's say, trendy topics, yeah. So you would go to Copilot and ask Copilot to suggest 10 ideas. Okay, ideas are generated. Now maybe you want some taglines for those ideas. Or maybe you want some hashtags for those, and so on. So Copilot can help you generating all of that. Number 7. Um, You see, when you want to start writing something in creative writing, we have this problem. We always open Word and then we keep staring at a blank screen for a very long time, not knowing from where to start or how to start. I have the idea in my head, but how to materialize that into an article or a document or a PowerPoint. That's the tough part. So with Copilot, you will never write the first draft again. Copilot will write the first draft for you. You modify the draft, you review the draft, and then you own the final product. Yep. And you can ask Copilot who said what, for instance, yeah, what did this person say about this topic? We mentioned that a while ago. And then you can use Copilot in Excel for a lot of analysis, like what we've seen in the previous webinars as well. And 10, translation. Yeah, and soon enough, a new feature will be added to Copilot, and I'm really excited and waiting for that feature, which is it's a live interpreter during meetings. So you're in a meeting, you're meeting with a vendor from, let's say, China, yeah, and you don't speak Mandarin. Surprise, surprise. The vendor speaks Mandarin, you hear English. All right. So it's a live interpretation. I'm not talking text, I'm talking audio, instant generation. It will be synthesized, of course. So, all right. So, to know more about those different prompts, you can go to this website, which is aka.ms prompts. Yeah, I'm gonna paste the link on the chat window. It's a prompt library. Once you access this prompt library, you will see a lot of prompts which can be filtered by products, by persona. Yeah. So there we go. You got prompts, product-based prompts. You can say, you know what, I want to see what does Copilot do in, let's say, forms, right? So you just tick forms and then you get the prompts filtered. I want to see loop, and there you go. And you can filter as well by the task that you want to do or your job type, whether you want an agent or just simply Copilot. All right. And if you have prompts that you have saved, they will appear under your prompts. All right. If you sign in with the same account, team prompts would appear in here as well. This one is filtered, I believe. That's why it's not showing me my prompts. For a reason, it's not showing me my prompts. I have a lot of prompts saved, but we will see them in Teams later on. So that was the prompt gallery. Now, this deck that I will share with you later provides some use cases for individual roles, all right? And then you will see some role-based agent scenarios that, okay, the use cases will provide individuals value out of using Copilot. However, on a department level or a function level or a team level, then this value will be realized after, first of all, doing your process mapping. Yeah. So once you have your processes identified and mapped and everything, then you can automate those processes using Copilot agents. All right. Next is organization value. So autonomous agents would be very useful for enterprise level automation. Okay, let's go. I don't want this. I want side by side actually. Okay. All right. So the scenarios that you will see has different efforts. I will walk you through some of them, and then I'll share this deck with you. So these the efforts of the scenarios. Effort one or a starter scenario. That means that you would only need Microsoft Copilot Chat to achieve that. Yeah, it could be even web grounded. Even if you don't have the license, you still can do this. Scenario level two, in this scenario, you would need the license for Microsoft 365 Copilot. You might need security Copilot, you might need dynamic Copilot, so you might need additional Copilot flavors. Scenario level three, this is what you would need. Role-based AI agents, SharePoint agents, yeah, agent builder, Copilot Studio, because you're going to start building agents. But if you want to extend the capability of Copilot beyond simple agents that can be created by Copilot Studio, you would need to go for Azure AI Foundry, where sky's the limit over there. And that would be build our scenario with effort number 4. We will see that in a bit. Now, that was the intro. Now, let's get to the details. So the scenarios we're discussing here, um, basically what Microsoft is trying to do here is to give you an overview of the KPIs relevant to IT professionals. And then we will emphasize the importance of KPI in guiding the whole organization towards success and how AI can assist in achieving those metrics. All right. So we will examine specific use cases where we can leverage AI tools to maybe simplify daily tasks for IT professionals or automate certain tasks where ultimately we will enhance the productivity of the team and the effectiveness of the team. That's being said, these are the scenarios on this presentation. Yeah. This is the main goal. These are the main targeted personas within ID, from security analyst, product manager, yeah, and these are just examples for the rest of the team in the IT. So success specialist, support specialist, network engineer, and so on. So some quick wins, if you like, or important KPIs to those roles. Those would be ticket resolution time, where we will use Copilot in reducing the ticket resolution time, application downtime as well, IT outsourcing, and to the rest of it. And these scenarios are mapped with the scenario effort level on this table in here. So this table will guide you through what effort is paid on that scenario. So for effort number one, start, where you just need Copilot chat, this is the scenario. And then all of these, to try and apply all of these, you would need Copilot license and so on. Yeah, based on the first slide we demonstrated. So I'm going to give you an example. Now, the following slides will walk you through the roles, the different roles. We have IT service desk analyst, yeah, we got service desk manager, and so on. And what's the impact KPI wise after utilizing Copilot? The main target is the average support ticket resolution time, and so on. And everything we discussed here, yeah, these are the following slides that you will find on this presentation. So you click on ticket resolution time, it takes you here. You click on IT management cost, it takes you here to explain the scenario to you. But the actual chain scenario is on the following slide, which is presented in this table in here. I'm just walking you through how to translate this presentation when I send it to you. Yeah? So starting with general IT prompts, once you click here, it takes you to this deck where it targets those KPIs. Those will be impacted, and that's the value gained out of this scenario. And again, this could vary from one industry to the other. But IT remains the same, so you can relate and you can tailor this to your organization, or not tailor and personalize and localize to your organizational context. Yeah. Now, let's take one example before we carry on. The beginning of this chain scenario is about the research, and we discussed that you can actually research anything in Copilot, especially with the new Copilot interface. Another pulse check. Say yes or no on the chat window if you have seen the new Copilot interface. Mainly the researcher agent. Tell me. Have you seen the researcher? Hmm. Mm, I think yeah, I figured it's a no. Khadija, I traced the keyboard letters. Yeah. Okay. So basically, there is a new interface, yeah, and there is a new agent for Copilot. So the researcher will help you do a lot of researches, yeah. And what I want to deliver here is that the researcher uses OpenAI reasoning model and deep search model. We're talking all three, yeah, from OpenAI or from ChatGPT. Um, which means when you ask for something like executive status report and then let's say AI adoption, okay, and then include key wins, milestones, and risks, it will not perform the search immediately. Yeah, no problem, Ahmed. Okay. Um, so it will not perform the search immediately. It would come back to you with a set of questions, yeah, to verify its understanding because it's a reasoning model. So you have to answer, yeah, are these specific key wins or are there specific key wins or milestones you want to highlight? Do you have any particular risks or challenges and so on? So once you answer these questions, or if you don't have any answer for them, just type go ahead, and then it will start researching, yeah. This is not your typical generative AI tool. It will not answer you immediately. It needs to reason. So it will take some time. This could be 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, depends on the ask. But the good thing is it dumps all of its analysis and thinking in here so you can keep track on what is it doing now. Yeah, how is it doing this research? What websites it's accessing, what resources accessing, and so on. So that's the researcher. So you can go like, I want to learn more about how to implement a certain tool or a service. And then you ask for providing a high level outline with guidance on how to implement best practice setup, how to get leaders buy-in, which is very important, and so on. And then once you ideated with Copilot, you can again ask Copilot to help you write the documentation. Sorry. So we ideate with Copilot, and then we write the documentation with Copilot. And then what you want to train end users? Copilot can help you create the actual training for the end users on that product or technology. Yeah. And then if this involves inventory management, then uh, you get it right. You can outline the key information needed for an IT asset inventory system, and then suggest how to maintain those logs. And it can help you with every process and every task. What I want you to take out of this session, once you have the Copilot license, if you like, um, anything that you used to do in a typical way or traditionally, uh, try to do it with Copilot. You'll be surprised with the result. I'm not saying it's the best tool. I'm saying it's a time saver. All right. So try this. You're searching for information, fetch it with Copilot. All right. You're drafting something, draft it with Copilot first, and then enhance it, and then modify it, and so on. Back in the days, developers know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, we used to do a peer review. Like I write code, and then I pass it to my colleague. My colleague with fresh eyes look at my code, find ways to optimize it, debug it, find issues with it, yeah, optimize and so on. But now I can do this with AI. I share my code with Copilot for a peer review. That if I did not generate the whole code with Copilot in the first place, yeah. So this is how this deck is prepared for you to have better clue about how to leverage Copilot. You will move to the second effort of the second scenario, and you will see, oh, for every scenario, where can I apply them? You gotta discuss. You need to discuss a plan. Well, you can attach content and document to Copilot in Teams and do that. You can categorize a whole process and visualize it in Microsoft Whiteboard. You can build presentations about certain project plan and so on. And you will carry on in every scenario, and it will tell you what tool to use, what Copilot in what application can help you achieving that until you reach what a day in life. So, for instance, let me show you here a day in the life of a launch infrastructure manager. Right? So, 8 a.m. they start with an agent and they do 1, 2, 3, 4. 9:30 they go to Copilot chat to summarize emails and so on, and then they go to Copilot in Word and then they draft something. So this is the idea of this deck. Now we decided to have this webinar as light as possible, but to share with you all the resources that you would need to proceed learning and digging more. Unlike business user, where we needed to go into more details, we're talking to the pros now. So the pros wouldn't need much of detailed webinars, so we decided to keep it very light. So what will happen next now is that I will share with you this presentation deck. Yeah. And we will share with you, as usual, your achievement code and our evaluation form for you to share with us your valuable insights and feedback and suggestions to enhance our webinars in the future. But now, this part is for you to ask any question that you'd like us to answer, and then I might answer with a demo, or I might answer with a resource. I'll do my best to help and assist. The mic is yours. If you want to pick the mic and speak and ask your questions, feel free. If you want to write your question on the chat window, feel free as well. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Can you please confirm that you received the link for this adoption slide deck? Brilliant. Now, waiting for your questions. If you'd like to know anything, let me know. Even if you're wondering whether Copilot can do this or that, let me know. No questions? All right. So on the chat window, I'm sharing with you our feedback form, technology, social media accounts to know exactly what are we cooking for you and the future webinars that we will do. Follow us on LinkedIn and on the other social media and stay tuned. Thank you all for joining me today. I wish you all the best on your future endeavors and on your Copilot adoption. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye bye. Salam alaikum.